All right.
We're live?
We are live.
Okay. Welcome to Lorelines, everyone. I'm ShadowMeowth's, and I'm joined by XIII and Selenity. And, well, last time we got a lot of content to discuss. And we left it with having reunited with Snow. So yeah. First of all, how are you guys being?
I'm good.
I am good but
Are
very
you still
tired.
awake?
I am good but very tired. I did a night shift and a lot of preparation for said night shift. So I am awake, I promise.
And you, Sess?
I'm good.
Okay. So my intention is to at least reach academia. Not the good academia, but the rainy one. But in case we don't, we'll leave it probably close enough for next day. Sorry,
Wondering how much time I spent in the rain last night working. Rainy academia would be quite appropriate. I think my hair is still damp.
It's such a fucking nightmare.
Final Fantasy XIII-2. The story
And the soundtrack is wrong. I'm glad we sorted that out. I knew it would be necessary. So, dear watchers, you have been spared from a complete meltdown that happened off screen.
But now you're ready to explain it when we reach academia.
I am. Just figured it out, 10 minutes before streaming started. An issue I've been lamenting for 10 years.
Okay. We got the artifact from the Sunlit Waterscape. And now we're at the Coliseum. Hi.
This is such a gameplay segregation section.
That guy.
My domain exists outside the margin ages. It is unseen and unknown, beyond life and death. Until the day the bell of the goddess tolls, this realm welcomes not the living. Begone from here, you bring naught but calamity.
Well, ain't wrong.
An omen of misfortune.
Yeah,
Something that
you
doesn't
guys.
belong here.
Be gone.
Okay then. We'll make you a deal.
Face judgment at my hands.
So like what happens to this guy at the end?
Give it to us, and we'll leave
Lost
you
in the
a
way
world at
beyond, I
peace.
guess,
What do you say to that?
like the Eidolons and stuff.
And leave this place. The day of reckoning has not yet come.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I wonder if he becomes the Arbiter.
Well done, I guess.
Yeah, and Snow will be waiting.
This disgusting piece of crap has been ruining my place for it doesn't fit with my furniture. Take it.
Always just charging ahead.
Charging ahead into an early grave. He acts like he's everyone's boss. Just charges ahead and never thinks how much danger he's putting himself in. Idiots like that. They're all the same. Their heads in the clouds, thinking self-sacrifice can somehow save everyone. But people die anyway.
Noel, I hope you don't get yourself killed.
Do they explain that he's talking about his friend
After all,
in the
person
game,
life a lot
or
of
is that
times.
just in the
Help
novels?
me, I mean.
Right. But I can tell the difference between fantasy and reality.
Well, I mean,
I'm not like
it's
Snow.
kind of blatant,
Say you were.
but he's not exactly talking about Snow.
He did what he wanted.
He's like a jilted lover.
Left behind who he hurt.
He had a close friend
I understand why
who
Snow
went
made Noel so
on
angry.
a hunting trip alone
Once upon a
because he
time,
wanted to
someone Noel
prove
loved left him behind.
himself, I suppose, and
Hurt
he
him
died,
almost more than he
and
could bear.
this plagues
Still
Noel,
does.
evidently.
He didn't have to tell me. The pain on his
Hmm.
face made it clearer than words ever could.
I really appreciate Sarah being so perceptive to others' emotions, unlike her sister.
Lucky he was open to reason.
Surely it
That's because Lightning doesn't even know how to process her own fucking emotions.
Go, Mog.
It's literally what Lightning Returns is about. It's like, here, Lightning, learn how to actually feel for yourself.
And how she keeps insisting, like, yeah, my emotions, they are off and they are gone because Brunelsa did something. Like, honey, no, you did that to yourself due to trauma.
Yeah.
Okay. Fortunately, I have done all this stuff in my other playthrough, so I'm positive that I'm not going to get lost. Almost positive.
Famous last word.
Mm-hmm.
Have you reached the clocks yet?
No.
Because that's going to be fun for everyone to watch and very, very humiliating for us.
The big jellyhead is starting to slow down. But those small flan keep coming and coming. They're pouring out a pulse no.
I'm stupid? Yes, I am stupid.
Do you think there's still another paradox?
It's possible. Double paradoxes do occur. Let's check it out.
Here.
Oh, paradoxes do occur. Let's check it out. No, don't make this more complicated than it needs to be.
Don't kill more Yules.
Yes, that's also the other discussion you guys missed off stream.
We were discussing that one.
I am still haunted by how the Yule we met in 10AF was the wrong age. And we came to some new conclusion due to that meltdown,
Yes.
which only makes Caius's complete. Yeah. You know what he does in Valhalla. It makes even more sense if the future changed the past. Literally has an effect that the Yules are already dying at a different rate. Like, we are already costing that. The Yules are dying sooner already. Caius doesn't know this because obviously he lives linear, so he doesn't know all the different timelines. He only knows the timeline
like this before.
that, yeah, the Yules die
Sarah?
younger.
You remember,
But
don't
when he reaches Valhalla and sees all the timelines, he's going to see exactly how much longer each Yule
you
would
know what
have
it's like, don't you?
gotten to live
Being turned
if it
into
hadn't been for these two.
Yes, I know. It was the loneliest, scariest moment of my life.
Yeah. Extra salty flavor, Caius.
It's all right. You know, I think I dreamed the whole time. But they were good dreams. Dreams about turning back to normal. Being with my friends again. Opal?
I hope that's true. I hope Fang and Vanille are dreaming right now. I hope they're happy in there.
They're together, they have nothing better to do, I bet they're happy.
Okay.
Stories.
Okay, so he knows like vanilla, so we.
Okay. I like the stories if you want.
More lore on the lesbians.
In the future, there was a legend about how the daughters of the goddess
Oh,
saved
God.
Cocoon. They would have been the first to tell you they weren't goddesses. Not the type.
Religion generally frowns upon people like that.
Okay. Come on, Sarah. Get the.
And anyway, Snow, don't talk for them. You don't know what they say in bed.
Okay. So I have to pass the big
Looks like this
stupid-
gate leads back to the Historia Crux.
Hey, best burb.
Here's the big ass plan. Okay.
Too easy.
I know I seem
Jesus
overpowered, but I don't trust any supposed overpowerness in this game, knowing that Caius Jet Bahamut is waiting at the end.
Hope and the other scientists are working to reduce the damage that the disaster will cause.
Like, if you do have combat clinic, it's a terrifying battle, but you can be patient and you will get through it. I mean, it will take half an hour, but you get through it if you're patient. And that's a very strange thing coming from me, but I learned the hard way.
I have got to say, of all the ways the world could end, spicy tomato is possibly the worst one.
Arkhild. But before we go to Arkhild, I'm going to pay a visit to Justice Massive, because I got something that I'm going to need later. And I finally have the means to do what I couldn't the other day.
It's Graviton core time.
Not exactly.
Oh, can you not collect them in advance?
But I have been collecting graviton cores.
And we are still refusing to call this anything but 10 AF.
Yeah. I mean, how else do I call it? It's like
Because 1x is stupid.
1x.
Like, they either 10x or just x. Like, 1x is just wrong in every way possible.
Okay. How's my Crystarium looking? Bah.
Oh, level 99, what did you do? Okay, so that's what you... Meow, that's... Oh, you're playing on easy.
I'm still getting...
Yes, like...
Sarah,
But like, it doesn't
There's,
matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter what difficulty you play. Bahamut, Caius is just as terrifying no matter what you do.
Yeah. That's why I went to farm. After, now that I unlocked the Archil to step, I'm going to farm. Mostly for the monsters. Oh fuck.
Seriously, though, it doesn't even matter. Like, I went into it once, completely underleveled. I went to it a second time, on a second playthrough, being like as leveled as I should have been, and both times took 25 minutes. I think it was a little bit less terrifying the second time around. I think I didn't have to use quite as many Phoenix Downs.
Ow. Die.
Still don't remember playing the final battle. I think that the ending just completely and utterly, like, ruined all memories of the previous hour of the game.
And I'm like, I keep
When I
pressing the
first played
ending.
it.
I don't want the ending. I got into
I think I just
writing
got to the end and I was
fanfic
like-
because I hated the ending. I had to retcon it. That's why I got into writing fanfiction as a teenager.
I think
That was my
I was
entry
just like,
point.
what the
That ending.
actual...
We still didn't know.
And then,
that.
of course, there was no answer. Yeah, we didn't know there was going to be a sequel either. It was like to be no to be continued at the time. There was no confirmation for a while that we were getting a sequel. It was just the ending, and it was like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, fucking traumatic.
It's like, how dare you? Surely that cannot be it. Especially after the way 13
that was like,
ended.
how can you... Yeah. They did do something unexpected though, that's for sure. Did not see that coming. I mean, they do foreshadow it with their visions and all, but no! That's not how a game is supposed to end.
Do you remember how Shock was called? He was like, Yule's going to appear and give Sarah her life, and I was like,
No, I actually don't recall. I don't know if I saw that. Oh my god, he went blind on that too. He didn't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
poor fellow.
Yeah, I think we're all in the chat going, now imagine how it feels to not even get confirmation of a sequel for several months. And the worst thing is they knew they were going to do a sequel because there's so many things about Lightning Returns that are in this game. So they obviously knew they were going to do a sequel. They didn't even bother telling anyone for a while.
But I think with an ending like that, it was kind of... You don't end a franchise like that. Oh, but it's not evil, Augusta, right? No, it's Augusta. It's not... Okay, it's Augusta, of course it's evil, but...
The Academy built the Augusta Tower as a central information processing...
Oh no, it's the Moogle throw nightmare.
Centuries in the future, the system has
Eat the Moogle!
Eat the motherfucking Moogle.
From somewhere in the future. When the Academy tried to respond and shut down the system, it was too late. The AI had already taken control of much of the Academy.
Beginning of a long and traumatic journey for Mog.
The place where they could have incorporated Hope's theme, but did not.
It did not.
Because Hope is gone. He drowned himself in research in 10 AF and never got back.
I mean, depending on exactly when this is, he's literally asleep at this point in stasis. I mean, literally since the moment it was built, pretty much. So he's not really had much of a presence in this tower at all. Because it can't have been long after it was built that he went into stasis.
He did create it though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says constructed in 13 AF. But in 13 AF, he would have also been about to go into crystal stasis. Into chronostasis.
24-27 dilemma.
Yeah, chronostasis in order to get his whole planet building scheme.
26 or 27-year-old.
And I don't think the person behind
Yeah.
this is actually physically here.
Oh, the 24-27 dilemma.
It seems like the culprit
That's
is
on you,
in
Meowth.
time.
You're the
I
hope
know,
expert.
but that one is
Somewhere in the future.
for later.
Lucky for us, we have the means to get there. Let's give them a piece of our minds. Come on. We should flip the switch.
Remember numbers when they say the numbers, just to save us some issues later.
Well, I have my guide, but my guidebook, but
Fucking towers.
one.
Fucking checker pattern on the wall.
Okay. Plants.
This is where you can catch flambulance, right?
Please work.
Ambiflan. Flambulance. Ambulance flan
No, these
is
are
where you
these are,
catch them.
these are not flambulances.
No, they do show up in this tower, don't they?
Yeah,
I think
but
this
I
is where you
prefer
catch
my
one.
I
Yeah.
prefer my Kate seed.
It works.
What triggered me in during Cobb's stream was realizing that
Yes. Can you check her pattern?
Always. Hope.
I think as soon as he got here and we all looked at the wall, we all just went off in like private chat and went, "Why is there a fucking checker pattern on the wall?"
two. We got one. We got two.
1, 2. There's Flambulance.
Ambulance!
It's a tragedy that Hope was captured by Buñuel's and everything, but he did kind of like stand in front of a mirror and go Bloody Mary 3 times, except Buñuel's.
Okay, I don't have yet the materials. That's for me to farm in their guild instead. No, fuck. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of any potential M3F bloodline issues that might have made Hope attracted to Bunavelza, he also did do the equivalent of putting on a chef hat and going, wait, why is somebody trying to ask me to cook?
It's hard to believe that all of this is
You're
happening because of one person hacking into the system.
I know, but it has to
Looks
be
like a duck, walks like a duck,
of some sort.
except God.
Yeah. Hey, if I build a god and I build a planet, why on earth does this god who makes gods and makes planets want to use me as a vessel?
Oh, I got a crystal. Hey, I got the flambulance.
Can it go any further? That's perfect.
Hope, why did you have to build your tower so fucking annoying?
Because he didn't build it, it was already half
1,
built, he
2,
used Titan
3.
Tower. It's even got rings and things like that like it. And rotating bits that you have to use to traverse. I swear this place is Titan Tower. That is my theory. I refuse to drop it. Even got central elevator platforms that go up and down, like Titan Tower.
Maybe he could have been inspired too, but if he was inspired, it would be more like a nightmare inspired. Like, I will create a tower that's actually functional. That would be the takeaway from OG tower. Like, make a functional elevator.
But if you have a tower and you want to build a tower, why would you build a fresh one instead of not utilizing the one that's already there as a base structure and going from it? Especially since they may roughly be in approximately the same sort of location, depending on academia's.
The state of Oerba. But then again, 13 years. I'm not debunking, I'm not... I don't know. I wonder where the grumbles went.
Locked behind the checker pattern.
I
If
mean,
you look close enough behind the checker pattern, you can see the music box elevator. That's where all the horrible rooms are.
the good
I
thing is that
tired of... Sorry.
yeah, the good thing is I'm overpowered enough to clear the mob groups fast enough.
Can it go any further? Yep, that's perfect.
Okay. 7.
1, 2, 3, 7. Same number except 5.
We nailed that one.
Excuse me, no, I'm doing all the work. Um,
Fucking tower. Gonna make things annoying. The suspicious room.
suspicious room.
Imagine thinking the spooky office is suspicious when the last time you were in a tower, there was like giant stone guardians destroying a weird godworm.
Okay, there's nothing around. So. Oh.
When do we reach the duplicates? Because those are creepy as fuck. Like the
Yeah.
concept in general, that's just creepy.
And the
Oh,
X timeline.
Oh, they couldn't time travel or time jump like Hope did, so duplicates? Like, I think that's kind of unethical work practice.
I thought we got the idea to make weird soulless creatures
See.
that have the memories of and the images of the person, but not the actual heart.
Um.
1, 2, 3, 7, and then you didn't say any other numbers, so
The X.
it's either X or Y.
I think it's X.
Win.
Welcome.
Ahaha!
Access to the
Sweet.
Academy datanet.
And our work here is done. No more intrusions from the future, right?
Looks like we're safe. The network's back up and running.
We never got to find out who was
So
behind this whole
everything
thing,
is
did we?
fine.
Yeah, I don't know who it could be. Who would go through all the trouble to take control of a tower in the future without a demand of some sort?
It really makes you wonder what they were after, huh?
Analysis complete. Due to actions taken by the subjects, a possible future has been deleted from the timeline. The subjects pose a serious threat. For the security of future
Adam,
operations,
chill.
precautions will be initiated. Subjects will be eliminated.
Hope, why did you create this? Are you happy with yourself? He will never know.
True. Okay, now that's...
He's just
Yeah,
gonna...
you can't.
He's just gonna walk through life having no idea how many times he's supposed to have died.
So you can't leave your kids alone for 300 years.
The universe did try pretty fucking hard to stop this boy.
A wild place where the rule of might prevails, and the weak exist only to feed the strong. A tribe of tough, proud people live off these lands, hunting monsters for their sustenance. But now, the hunters are...
I just think it's hilarious in all of the fragments and everything when they go, and in the history quiz and things like that, when they're sort of like, well, just after Hope disappeared, everyone went into a civil war, and then they went into another civil war. It's like he turned his back for 5 seconds, guys.
Who else caused civil wars due to their prediction skills?
I'm proud of you.
You poisoned us.
I mean, I'm always going to be a lightning simp first and foremost. So, you know, I got to stick with the other lightning simp, as it, aka Hope. You know.
Honestly, I didn't fall fully into M3F until I slipped into my what the fuck is Kai's doing thing.
That's their prey.
And then there was no going back because M3F and Kai's history go hand in hand.
Like, they gotta get this one or there'll be nothing else to eat.
Really? I guess you have to be a hunter.
Yeah, and I was always suspicious when they never explained his
Let's
sixth
introduce
sense,
ourselves.
Sure.
and then it just got worse and worse and worse. Hence why I kept going, Square Enix, fucking explain yourselves, you assholes. Which is my catchphrase. But of course they won't.
We should talk to those people. Maybe they can tell us what's going on.
Imagine if they just one day
And let's hurry
did.
before those chocobos decide they need to stretch their legs.
I would
Wouldn't
laugh
that be a
so
trip?
much if they just dropped. Yeah, if they just dropped a massive amount of like lore into the city of Opera Omnia or something like that, and it's just like it's like almost a side dumping of lore, just like, oh yeah, this happened by the way, and oh this was to do with this, and like it's just so casually dropped with like no, and we're all just gonna explode.
Yes.
I mean, we do it enough when they
Or
confirm
like in a
headcanons and motives.
if it was just an interview for something, I don't know, and someone in the audience went, "Can I ask just one question?" And imagine.
I mean, some of the interviews in even the Ultimania, which haven't been like properly translated, are intriguing because it's like, although they don't give away like massive plots, just some of the things they just say casually, you get an idea of like what their mindset was about certain things, and it's just like, oh, that says a lot. It doesn't actually say a lot, but it does say a lot. But yeah, I would just,
At
I
this
was so
point,
laugh.
we wouldn't need much
No.
to just one nod.
Yeah.
Need something?
Chocolina.
Hey, Miss Burb.
Like this is fate. Won't you buy a little
Someone in an audience at some point asking, by the way, was Hope related to the first duel? And they're like, yeah, and move on. And
Bloodline of the gods.
Like at some point when it doesn't matter anymore because so many years have passed. Like imagine a decade in the future or whatever, someone just drops the ball because it doesn't matter anymore. I mean, we've
The longer
been
they
here for 10
leave
years.
a bloody remaster. Yeah, the longer they leave a remaster, the more I think you guys need to do something big for this. Please just drop some shit. Chaos time novel, you know, anything. Just give us a damn picture of the wedding in the new world.
Yes. Give us
reward
the
our
wedding.
patience.
You guys aren't
One
exactly calling
Remember
image
back
Square
in the
Enix
days when
one.
we actually thought, like every E3, that this might be the time where we get it. They might actually give us something about the wedding, just a picture, a short video, something, and the hope just slowly disappeared each year. That's what we lived
Down in the
with.
verb.
I wouldn't tell anyone that wasn't a hunter.
But Noel's a hunter.
Don't look so surprised.
Yeah, I do sometimes think they've waited so long for the remaster.
Put you to the test.
Maybe they will do something big if they
We've
release
been getting harassed
a
by
trilogy
attackers
remaster.
lately.
Maybe
Maybe
they'll
we'll
like
get-
give us something.
Maybe they'll handle Fang and Vanille differently now that we have queers.
No one knows why they appeared all
I
of a
mean,
sudden.
we've had lesbians ever since 13, so
Yeah, but something
Maybe more direct.
undeniably that not even the blind can ignore. That's just, this is gay. You can't look away. Gay.
Yeah, every time they like do Pride celebrations on Twitter, I think, you know, what would be a great Pride celebration? You know, just be unambiguous about it. You know, happy Pride to our first lesbian pairing in the series.
I mean, it'd be kind of cool the first year after the release of 16 to just be like, yeah, let's celebrate our 2 queer couples, and everyone's, wow.
Yeah, Bahamut has a type.
It would be a really fun way to just debunk the bigots once and for all.
Yeah, men loving men, women loving women, Bahamut's solidarity. My god, I must be tired, my brain just froze on that word.
Welcome to the bilingual world.
oh, I got a chocobo.
Yeah, I just have zero lingual.
Sometimes being bilingual means that both languages like cancel each other out. And you're stuck with
Whereas in my case, I just run out of backup options.
Okay.
But this is the hunter's camp.
when you're winging a sentence and you're not really thinking because you're like, I don't know, doing something else at the same time, and you realize that you ended the sentence on a un. And then, like, because English is stupid, you have to come up with a noun that starts with a consonant. And, like, fuck. Because grammar.
Oh, don't worry, we don't think that much about it either.
Now that you've proven yourself, I need help. I appreciate whatever you can do to help. You'll come across some sheep bigger than the others. They're the ones you want. They have the best wool.
Bah!
Do have really adorable sheep in this game. Like, why?
And they lay eggs.
Yes. Really adorable sheep that lay eggs. Welcome to... Wait, of course they're marsupials, they're down under. marsupial sheep.
The chocobos we can't hunt. We treat them like part of our family because they are.
Okay. The fact that there's
Wait, do egg-laying mammals count as marsupials? I'm gonna have to go on a Google journey now. Is a platypus a marsupial? Or is it actually its own?
I don't know, but I know
Class.
they're poisonous, so it's very Australian coded. Like, if I recall correctly, they're like really, really poisonous, venomous. I don't fucking know.
No, it's not a marsupial. I'm sorry.
okay. Where's the sheep? Here.
It is a monochromata, whatever the hell that is. Monotrem. Mammals that lay eggs. So, welcome, sheep, to the monotrem family. The things I learned making ship jokes on video games.
We all learned something valuable.
The fact that these cactuar things are here, I think it proves that they are killed to step. I mean, we kind of know, but I think it proves that they are killed to step is the dead dunes in layman terms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dunes are beautiful at night.
Oh yeah, because you can see the arc in the sky. It's
Oh, and the freak out we had about the rings.
that was me, and that was in Luxurion when Kov asked, "Why does it have rings?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" And I was like, "Oh, fuck."
Thank you so much. Here is a little only the best.
Red Hot Chili Pepper moment. The more I see, the less I know, the more I'd like to let it go. Heyo.
Peril hanging over our
There is a direct correlation between weather
Yeah, I know.
around here. If you cannot come to me, if you
Oops. Okay.
That's pretty.
We've learned what's behind that storm. There's a monster prowling the grasslands that's taking all the flan.
Oh
The
no.
beast is massive.
What
It can
would we do
swallow
without the
dozens of
flan?
When it does, it kicks up that storm we
These guys eat them.
Ew.
A beast that can swallow dozens of flan in one go? No, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Put it in a box.
Let's kill it and find out. That sounds too much like fuck around and find out.
it's a paradox. That's so this game in general, but like, okay, we have something unexplainable. It's a paradox. Don't look at it too closely. Change the future, change the past.
Obviously, Mog is the one that has all the answers.
Okay, so what do you want?
Oh.
I mean, Sunlith is the smart answer. I personally think that Mog is the best answer.
Yeah, Koopo.
Mog, help us out here.
If he really wants to enjoy his food, he should chew it properly before he swallows, Koopo.
Great.
Really? Look. There's no other explanation. They're being sucked into a time rift.
No other explanation.
Back at Sunlith.
Right. If we can take down this beast, we can stop the giant flan from getting any bigger.
I mean, to be fair, he has got time fuckery literally pouring off of him.
Yeah, but the deduction sometimes is just... Don't question it. We're gonna give you an answer.
Yeah. This bit reminds me so much of Final Fantasy XII.
It seems the monster pharaoh is causing the storm.
Is it like south of Rabanastra where like you have the weather changing elements there?
The Giza plains or the Osman plain?
I can't remember exactly. It's been so long since I played it. But it's like so early in the game and everything, isn't it, as well? And I just remember, and just the general atmosphere of here, especially when it's raining, it just reminds me so much of 12.
I think Osman plain is the one which is raining.
I never got that far. The gameplay really didn't
Oh,
work
it's really-
for me in 12. I should watch the
let's say it's-
cutscenes or something. I should, but the gameplay itself
You
didn't work
should
for me.
because the dialogue and the cutscenes, the story is great, but the dialogue is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've absorbed some of it through GIFs on Tumblr, obviously, as one does.
I got completely and utterly lost in the library.
Meal time's over.
And then kind of like never finished it because I just ended up getting lost in the library, which is basically a tower.
Fuck it. But what I've seen, the banter between, is it Alfir and Fran? The I'm the main character. That banter
Yeah,
looks pretty great.
the Van is very much a POV character, so Van doesn't have the story doesn't revolve around Van. The Van is basically just observing what's going on, pretty much.
Yeah, but I mean,
so all of
the Mikote. Isn't her name
Yeah.
Fran?
Fran.
She's a Viera.
Yeah,
Fran.
Viera.
I thought you said Van, sorry. Yeah, no, Fran and Balthier are
Like, I've
Yeah.
seen their banter, and it looks pretty great.
yeah, Final Fantasy has a lot of couples that seem very chaste. It's just like the way they write romance, particularly Japanese way. Balthier and Fran fuck.
I agree.
Yeah, he bridal carried her. I've seen that, and while bantering with her, like, yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You
That's like what I
get the
know about
impression that they
12.
fucked.
That's what I know about 12, first and foremost.
Do you think this will fix the paradox?
Yes. Now let's head back before Snow gets himself in a
Yeah, that is definitely the impression you get. Like every other Final Fantasy couple up until that point, you're like, and they got married and they lived happily ever after, and they never touched until the marriage bed. They never even shared a kiss. They are extremely chaste because it's a very Japanese romantic writing style. and it's just prevalent. Like take even Snow and Sarah, they like kiss on screen, yeah, but they just seem quite chaste.
That's after their
like
engagement, so it's
yeah, yeah. They're already engaged, and they still seem quite a chaste couple just from the presentation that we get of them. Like it's just the way that their romance is presented. But no, Balthier and Fran, just the flirtatious nature of them, they fuck. Absolutely. There's absolutely none of that in them.
No, there's no doubt. There's that dialogue There's that dialogue when Fran goes mist-crazed, and Ash asks what's wrong with her, and Balthier literally replies, "I always know that Fran didn't like to be tied up. I just never knew how much."
Okay, thank you for that knowledge. I'm gonna put that in a nice little box in my head.
I just remember, I remember one of the interviews.
I know the important parts of this game now.
I think one of the interviews they said about Fran's, because Fran's voice actress, she's got such a very distinctive lilt to her voice. And I think he said something about, I think her voice actress like based it on Icelandic dialect.
Cool.
It's very distinctive lilt, and it sounds beautiful. It sounds very different, obviously, from the rest of the cast as well. But it was just such a nice, interesting twist.
Basically, the Dalmascan characters have the American accent. Arcadian characters have a British accent. That's why you can tell that Balthier is an Arcadian. I think I don't know exactly. The Viera, I think they're Icelandic, and they keep the tradition in 14, making the Viera have the accent. And the people of Rosaria have a Spanish accent, and the people of Bujerba have Indian accents. The voiceover and the dialogue in 12 are amazing, and the details. It feels like a play sometimes.
Yeah, they use those stage actors, and it shows. It's very well done.
I'm trying to look at
Viera.
I mean, I've always thought of Viera, but if it's northern, then it should Viera. What's Viera? Viera. Here. I mean, it does. Viera is an Icelandic word. It means rejoice or celebrate.
No.
It's like Viera. Oh, it's like Swedish fira. It's the same core. Viera, fira.
Snow has
very appropriate. They're a nature worshipping type race, so it would make sense.
Yeah, because fira in Swedish, fira is to celebrate, rejoice. Yeah, cool.
I mean, I assume the race predates 12 because it would have been in tactics. So
Tactics
I
Advanced.
don't necessarily know if they. Yeah, so I don't know if it was chosen deliberately or if it's serendipity, but because obviously the dialect choices were the dialogue choices were obviously chosen later than the creation of the race, but it is nice when these details
it is an Icelandic and Norse word. since we do have it in Swedish too, but with F instead of a V.
You got this.
Yeah. And they tend to use a lot of mythology when they're creating a lot of the races and
Kind of funny though that
creatures
they
and-
made Vera. I am never ever pronouncing it in an English way again. Okay, Vera. That they are dressed the way they are because cold. you don't go around dressed like that in Iceland.
You really don't know when to quit.
It's volcanoes.
Mutant tomato. That sounds like a word that I would make up.
Spicy tomato.
I can launch him.
He can fly. Such a sad creature compared to before we messed with time and killed a couple of Yules.
Looks like I needed the cavalry after all. Maybe going solo was a bad idea.
You knew you had no chance of winning. Why did you even try?
Because he's Himbo Man.
I love how Noel's just like, I'm gonna call you out on everything.
I knew it was stupid. But the pillar is getting eaten away bit by bit. I can't just stand by and watch. Not when those two are in danger.
You couldn't just sit still and wait for help, could you? Typical.
Hey, I do what I do, alright?
You're the worst of them all. I hate your kind. You think you're everyone's
The teenager is showing.
But who do you save, really? You even realize how useless you are? Do you realize what you do to the people you're supposed to protect?
Now you wait just a damn minute. You've been looking after Sarah. And back in your own time, you protected your village and your friends. Am I wrong? Seems to me, you and I are pretty much the same.
Oh, the insult.
You don't get it. You don't know any.
Bro countdown in 10, 9, 8.
Couldn't protect anyone.
No? You know what? Forget it. Maybe you're right. You've got to survive. Because if you don't, then neither will anyone you love. Listen. I'm sorry I charged in on my own.
Snow.
I guess what I'm saying is, you keep looking after Sarah for me, okay?
A boyfriend from the future.
What's happening?
Take care of my gal.
Time is up.
Wait, but we resolved the paradox.
Maybe that's the reason.
Goes before hose.
Correcting itself. Things that don't belong in this era are disappearing. Snow is a contradiction. It comes from a past that no longer exists.
No! Stop it! I won't let you go!
Sorry, Sarah. I can't be with you here.
Oh, Final Fantasy X callback.
I can't lose
Oh yeah,
over and
It'll
over.
be okay.
that one is brutal. I remember playing it with my friend. I remember.
Rude! Sorry. I like how it's
This
just like, oh my
is-
god, you have a Steve brand. And then he's like, yeah, bye!
This is what it means to change time.
This isn't City Kidane at all. I remember one of them saying.
Take Snow and
Sorry.
Why?
He might not have been forced.
Yeah, no, that was very not Sutikadene.
Who would be insane and stupid enough
He
to
was
do that?
least City Kidane it could.
Protect
I can't believe there's like 4 variations of that song as well.
Trying to protect. Damn the consequences. Damn himself.
Like, it's a gorgeous song, but there's
Helping my
literally
friends, I'll
4
gladly become
full
the secret.
variations of it on the soundtrack.
Something he'd say.
I mean, the soundtrack everyone remembers is still Samarkand. It's
Oh yeah, Otherworld
you can't
as well.
beat it. Like, even people who don't play Final Fantasy have heard Samarkand.
That's it.
Yeah, Samarkand, Otherworld, and Setekadene are easily the
You're trying to save others.
standouts on the track.
So,
But
I'm going to save him. When I became a Lassie, I did everything he could to help me.
When I made
I won't
I
stop until
held a
I find
concert a couple of years ago, and I made a medley. I had this. I could go from Amelie from Montmartre over. No, from Interstellar to Amelie from Montmartre to Samarkand, because they are all in E minor, so I could just slip over all 3 in one go.
Sarah, the future is yours. Follow your path. Don't stop now.
It's delightful to play on the piano, but you sometimes make yourself sad.
Cocoon should hold now, for a while longer at least. The rest will have to leave to Hope and the other researchers.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. I could ignore them, but any Crystarium point is a welcome.
You are already leveled enough to take on the Bahamut Caius, I promise you. It's just gonna take some time. And 25 minutes of total adrenaline shock.
Leave it to me, Kubo.
Eat.
Off you go.
Fly.
Well done.
Okay. So I'm going the wrong direction. Yes. And these guys don't help. Oh, I got the flan. Huh. Okay. Yay. Okay.
Okay.
I said that no.
Shall we?
Let's.
Will you allow this?
It is not for me to decide.
Very significant here that Kais is still doing things the right way. He is following Yule's advice. It's only when he acts on his own that shit goes very sideways. When he still has a Yule to take care of, he is a guardian. And he does what he's told by this little girl.
Yule, will you eat your vegetables? No. Very well.
Okay.
We should have known things weren't going to work out too well for Sarah when she couldn't land, going out the time gates.
That's a thing that my niece do, and I have been told that my niece aren't supposed to do that.
Niece do that?
Yeah, but flare out like that, and your hips, yeah, it's not right. Sarah, go see a physiotherapist.
In your dreams. Are you still having them?
No. The last time I saw lightning was the night before we met. Although, I've had lots of dreams about what happened the next day.
Okay.
Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
All right. My turn. I want to know about Yule.
I don't know anything about either of the Yules you met.
What do you mean? She could be a time traveler, right? Just like you and me and Snow.
Sarah, keep up.
I don't think so. She's like a reincarnation. A new Yule born over and over. In each generation of the Farseers, a girl with the same face, the same power is born. That girl is always called Yule.
So you're saying every age we travel to, there's a different Yule?
I mean, I suppose it would make sense to Null because the smaller the population on Earth, on Pulse got, the more chance they would have of knowing exactly where the new Yule is. So there'd be more stories about all the Yules. There'd be less way of hiding her. So it would be way more known in the future that there's a Yule being reborn over and over.
If we keep traveling through time and resolving paradoxes and changing history, doesn't that mean the future you come from will change along with everything else?
Oh, they're finally going to
finally.
Perhaps it'll become a future where I never existed.
Good.
Brain cell.
Is that possible?
Sure it is. But it's okay if it does.
I mean, they should have addressed it like 10 hours ago. But it's good.
Never happened at all.
Yeah, you got to be fair. Like, if he's from a world where there's literally no more population,
Lightning, remember?
then
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd probably want the world to change as well.
Something looks different from the last time we were here. Mog, is this even the same place?
This is the void beyond, Kupo. It's just one of the many shadows of Valhalla to be found, Kupo.
So it looks similar, but it's really a separate world. That's why there are all these little differences.
Okay, while you fuck around here, I'm gonna feed my cats. Don't go into Chaotic Guardian without me.
It's fine. I knew there was something.
Eat.
Yeet.
Go, Mog.
Well done.
Now that we're here, this is basically.
This throne.
Yeah.
I remember it from my dream.
Trauma.
This is where lightning was praying to the goddess.
Fuck Etro.
But this, I mean, I'm going to address this probably by the ending, but Lightning wasn't crystallized in Netro's shrine. In the end, she was crystallized at the void beyond, which is why no one could ever find her. And because in Netro's shrine in then returns, we find Caius and you instead of anything.
Yeah.
So she was crystallized in the void beyond.
No one could find her until Universal went, this simp that I've got really thinks that you'd be a good idea.
Go, Mog.
Okay.
You did it.
Thing is, where is Etro? Because if she's a ruler, she should be sitting on the throne, but we never get to see Etro. Nor Lindsay.
But then it kind of makes sense, really, because they've been out of the human eyes for so long.
We don't. I mean, and when it comes to Pulse, it's not exactly clear if Pulse appears to every DLC if he appeared just for Lightning, Snow, Sass, and Hope.
Yeah. And Pulse kind of appeared in kind of similar to Anima. So it would make sense that they take the appearance of what people expect to see. So like they've just fought Anima, they're expecting to see Anima. Pulse appears before them, looking kind of like Anima, but obviously not the same, but just like the similar vibe. So it would make sense that what they think of them, what they see, is what they expect rather than what they actually appear like. So Etro, nobody actually knows what to expect when they see her because she's almost lost to legend except for her name.
Well, it's not the case of Bunibelze.
No. Oh yeah, no, I mean, I don't mean she's completely lost to legend, but she doesn't have a depiction like Pulse and Lindsay do. Pulse and Lindsay have the brands and the depictions. They're in the thoughts of people and they have like more of an impression of Etro.
Though technically, Bunibelze, the real form of Bunibelze is that of a crystal, so... And at least that's what it can be found in some fragments and some data log, so yeah. Maybe that's why Bunibelze's form resembles Hope in some ways.
It would make sense if there's like a little bit of give and take on that. If like some of the resemblance to Hope is because of the expectation. Oh. My headset is dying.
No.
I'm pretty sure I'll disconnect if I plug it in. Eek. I shall see. I may have to manually connect my headset.
Yeah, Bunibelze looking... Well, it's subtle, but he kind of looks like Hope. Well, kind.
That's a very thing to say about Hope.
Okay, you're back.
I am.
We were talking about the Void Beyond being the place where lightning's crystallized, not the real Nova Crystallia world. Yes.
Minstrels of old. In 400 AF, is the de facto government, their crowning achievement as academia, a magnificent city which surpasses any that existed on Cocoon under the Fal'Cie hegemony. The man that laid the foundations for the project was
Academia, the place where we could have heard Hope's theme again.
Science has progressed,
But then again.
where mankind is able to build its own artificial Fal'Cie. Powered by this proto-Fal'Cie, human society flourishes like never before.
Okay, home to Academia we go. Yes, we're getting to the really good part of 13-2.
The power to influence the future.
Such a delightful place.
Such an ability may, if one was not careful, change a person's fate for the worse. Such power was never meant.
Reminds me of when I was in work last night.
Never meant for mortal man.
Possess the wisdom to wield it. Sarah, you must seek out your own answers as you waver at the edge of despair.
Wow. How do you build something like this?
One brick at a time.
A little bit at a time, I guess. It probably took a lot of people working together over decades, maybe even centuries, to make this city what it is now.
They had a vision for the future, and it grew from there, huh? You know what, Sarah? I used to think the only way to make a better future was to change something right away, and here and now. But creating something for people to build on? That's not a bad idea. Right? Even if it can't be completed in one lifetime, it's still worth starting. If you believe that someone in the next generation will take up the same ideal, then the dream lives on.
That sounds like Hope's way.
I wish she could have seen it.
Yuri? She's very special to you, isn't she?
Sarah is not even a subtle one
She
shipping.
was, but I couldn't protect her.
Oh, babe.
Well,
Don't kick the puppy.
And now everything gets fun. Everything gets so much fun.
Sith Apocalypse.
Rude. I mean, the game hasn't crashed, so... This is quite impressive for an Academia 400 AF run.
Clean up.
We gotta stop it.
Where's my science?
The notebook.
Yes, I have it.
Doesn't look like we can run against it.
Maybe we can change the direction. I'm sure there's a switch.
What soundtrack is this?
Condition Omega, I think. I can't run against it? What were you saying? No? Fuck you.
You can. You just have to make effort. Yeah, this is another track that isn't tied to any other. Imagine if we had just had a hint of Hope's theme in this.
But Hope is
It
gone,
would have been so... Hope is gone.
What threat? I hope they're not talking about us.
The bots must see us as intruders.
I mean, literally, this is a murder timeline, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
This terminal's on. Shall we do some snooping?
Snoop away. We can't fight back if we don't know what we're facing. Who's closing things off?
I don't think it is a who. This is all the work of machines.
Hey, Chocolina.
Oh, thinking about the sea makes me so sad. They used to be regular people, you know? They lived their lives just like you and me.
Or lives a life like you.
Not exactly like me.
You are an anomaly. A true anomaly.
But I might feel better if you buy something. Thank you kindly. I hope my shop is helping people in some way, no matter how indirectly.
Okay. Ah!
Yeah, this place is so lovely. It's so easy to get where you want to go. It's not like everything in the entire city is trying to just fuck with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hope, for building this.
They're taking up position in front of the wall.
He's doing his best.
Yeah. His best is not just super great. Sometimes it would be better if he tried a little less his best.
How to get past the rest of these barricades.
By the way, sorry if I sound distracted. I'm currently trying to find my headphone cord before my headset dies completely. And it's gone missing. Which is impressive.
Fun.
Because I don't exactly have many spaces on my desk for it to go. But my nephew does like messing about with my PlayStations because he has a PlayStation hyperfixation. So he may have moved the cable at some point.
Not this way.
My desk isn't all that big either, but it can still swallow things up and then spit them out a couple of months later.
I mean, I do have a desk big enough for 2 monitors, but I don't exactly have a massive amount on the desk, so...
And I'm like, I need to have everything I might need, like, in a week or so, nearby. So,
All right.
books,
All right, we give up. We won't fight
towers
anymore, so
of
why don't you
books,
show yourself?
and stuff.
Caius.
That is not my
Turn to
Caius.
capitulate and buy yourself time. It's not a bad strategy.
You've got no reason to fight me, Caius.
Wrong. You are the enemy. You are contradictions in the timeline. I have
That is not my Caius.
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence. But now you stand before me alive and well once again. What can that be if not a paradox?
Towers and forbidden histories? What's he talking about? Could it be something from the future?
Could be. Maybe at some point we travel 200 years before this time and encounter Caius there. But I don't plan on letting him kill us.
There is no mistake. You are one and the same. A distortion, a contradiction.
Caius, this is unlike you. If we're
Wrong
away, why
Caius's
not just
theme.
Stop us yourself.
A fitting sacrifice
Wrong.
is required for you to comprehend your transgressions. To that end, I enlisted some assistance.
Sarah!
Well, you can go ham about Chaotic Guardian says.
Oh, I, from the first time, not the first time I was probably just, oh shit, what's happening? But the second time I played this game, I'd listened to Kai's theme a bazillion times. I mean, if you were here the last time we streamed, Kai's theme is, I've listened to it too many times. And when I heard this variation of it, I immediately went, no, this isn't right. No, this is... And I didn't know why I had that reaction, because variations of a theme usually, like, it happens. But this was just, no. So I thought first, is it a different key? No, it's still C minor. Why? Why am I so just, this is not Caius, this is not right? Didn't figure it out until today, when I listened to it over and over. This theme playing right now is called Chaotic Guardian. I don't know if it's playing. Is it still playing? I can't hear it.
It's playing. Do you want me to?
Yeah. No, it's fine. Go on. The wrong about it is in the choir. I managed to get that far. That there's something about the opening choir that's not right. And then I listened some more and was like, there's a different soloist in the bass. It's this man even pronounces De Amortis slightly different, and I know this because I've listened to the theme just too many times to recognize that there's a slightly different pronunciation. And then Selenity was kind enough to look up like the vocals behind each track, and lo and behold, it's a different choir. It is a different singer. The theme is so similar to Caius' theme, but what made me go instantly, this isn't Caius, is because someone else is singing. There's someone else singing. And that was enough for me to trigger that this is not Caius because someone else is singing. Which we'll later find out that, yeah, there was someone else pulling the strings. Was it intentional or not? I don't know. But it's a different choir and it's been driving me insane for like a decade. Like, why did I react so strongly to this theme? And it's because it's a different choir. Singing approximately the same thing, but it's a different choir. Thank you, Selenity, for... Yeah, like 15 minutes before this stream started, I had this meltdown, so...
30 minutes? That's an auspicious number.
Anyway, that was my rant about Chaotic Guardian and why Chaotic Guardian is a soundtrack that sounds like Kaiser's theme, but isn't Kaiser's theme. It's someone else's theme. It's still a really good soundtrack, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the same... yeah, a lot of the things I love about Kaiser's theme apply to this theme, too. It's got the same core melody in the B theme, and it's good. It's nice, it's cool. And some things that are introduced in this theme, but not in Kaiser's theme, comes back in the ultimate boss fight, Heart of Chaos. So it's kind of a bridge between the two, but this is not Caius.
If this tragedy is to come to an end, no trace of you can remain in this reality.
Caius, we gotta catch him and make him talk.
Take it easy.
Oh, great. The flying ones.
Get him! Let's go!
I love Ringa. The thing is that you're basically forced to fight all these damn Sith because their mock clock timer is so short.
Yeah, you can't get anywhere. You get like 2 steps, 3 steps, and then they're at it. Like, fucking nightmare. There's no point in trying to get a grate or anything. Just run as far as you can.
True history. Which part was that?
No one was like, which true history? We have witnessed quite a lot of them.
I'm willing to go back 200 years and look for this town. Okay.
True history is the history I decide.
Hey, do you think there could be a gate on the far side?
And Caius smashed the bridge to block our path? If he thinks that's gonna stop us, he can think again.
No, look! Now he's over there!
Damn it! What's his deal? Is he goading me on or just toying with me?
And Hope will never fully understand what a fucking nightmare city he created. He will hear about it afterwards, but he will not experience this.
And he would probably forget about this being told to him anyways after Alyssa's paradox is resolved.
24/7 dilemma.
There's gonna be some family dinner in like 10 years time on the new world, and Sarah's gonna be, they're gonna have an argument, and Sarah's gonna be like, do you remember that time you created this disgusting city where I had to fight Seath every 5 seconds?
No.
Did I do
and
that
it rained
too?
the entire time.
No. Don't let him get to you.
Hope being like, what?
Like, what kind of nightmare society did I create now? This time?
The amount of arguments the Farrons are gonna be able to like throw at him, like Lightning's gonna be like, remember that time you tried to sacrifice yourself to save me? And he's gonna be like, remember that time you abandoned me? And then Sarah's gonna be, remember that time you created this disgusting city that I had to fight my way through?
Remember how you did so many godlike things that the universe tried to kill you, like, a bazillion times?
No! No, I don't remember.
No, you don't remember, because we fixed it, you motherfucker. We cleaned up your fucking mess because you went ahead and got killed.
And then Hope will be air quoted in the background going, fixed. Imagining Sarah and Hope having a massive argument now, and then like Snow and Lightning are like, oh shit, we're the mediators. Imagine how foul an argument you'd have to get into that like Snow and Lightning are on the same team against you.
Oh god. Bang and Vanille can just lean back and like, we were asleep. We didn't do shit.
Saz is like, sorry I can't help, I was in a casino.
And then I fucked a bird.
Before or after he became a TV celebrity. I do like that it's such a casual side note that at some point in time, Az became a TV personality.
Yeah.
In academia. Like, it's just such a random bit of history, and it's just like, yeah, that makes sense.
Where the fuck are we and where the fuck are we going?
I'm trying to find one of the graviton cores.
You're not getting up, that's... I don't think you're getting up.
Well, if they have anything to say about it.
And they do. Very loudly.
Okay, let's see.
This is painful to watch.
It'll be even more painful if right near the very top the enemy attacks.
Don't jinx this.
Hey!
Let's not do that again.
More Sith. Of course, more Sith. What else am I going to find in this goddamn city? Just more Sith.
Get him! Don't hate me.
So I'm here.
At least the soundtrack is good, even if it's wrong.
Could the gate be over there?
No.
Ha 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 ha. There it is. You have to block the sound. Aha! Ha ha ha.
Sweet. That one is horrible to get, like, afterwards.
Mm. Okay.
When you're underleveled, this is just a nightmare.
Mm.
Personally, over-leveling for this section makes sense just so that you've got less chance of the game crashing on you. The less time you spend here, the less time it's got to die.
The game crashes here?
Yeah. The rain effects and the amount of Seath that generate. Obviously, the game's quite unstable anyway on PC because it was a really bad PC port.
I played it on
struggles.
Xbox, so for me it was fine.
Yeah. So this is where it kept crashing for COD.
This is the Yule from the one of the Yules that I guess that ceased to exist.
Heracaius.
And this is the Yule that was fascinated with hope.
Yeah, but
That's from
if
the novels.
she's here, where is her Caius? Did she escape?
She came to the city because she wanted to meet her fate as bravely as Hope faced his, as it says in the novel. So she came here without Caius.
So she's a Hope Simp, so she came to the city of Hope Simps. Makes sense.
So instead of Hope in academia, we find you. Hi, Zenobia.
Yeah, this tells us everything we need to know about the fake Caius. Fake Caius would not allow that to happen. Or real Caius. Fake Caius obviously does.
A literal Caius would never.
Real Caius would never.
I mean, when it comes to protecting the Seers, certainly not.
Kinda irresponsible anyway to let her in there alone.
Maybe she told him to not go with her, and Caius just obey.
He tends to do that, yeah.
Maybe this is the turning point as to when he stopped obeying her as the guardian and started thinking, I'm going to decide your fate now on.
Yeah, but this timeline is
Never
wrong,
does.
so...
He never ever goes against her will until he reaches Valhalla.
Yeah, but he must have at some point decided to get to Valhalla. How did he get to Valhalla?
After the last Yule dies, or he knows that she's about to die, he made a promise to a Yule who saw the end of time and promised that Yule, because that Yule said, hey, the last incarnation of me, let her have a normal life. And he's like, okay, fine. Even that he obeyed, which was why he let, instead of being nomadic wandering around, he let Yule grow up in a small society. Because she couldn't make any difference with her visions anyway. So it was fine, because otherwise they walked around, they didn't settle, because her visions could affect others around her. But since it was the last Yule was allowed to grow up in a society. She grew up. She turned 15. She was about to die. He was like, okay, I'm done. My deal on this goddamn planet is over. I'm done. Now it's time to seek out the fucking goddess and just. That's when he goes to Valhalla. How that happens, I don't know. How he gets there, I don't know. Maybe his heart. Probably the heart lets him get into Valhalla, but that's how that happens.
See, this is my brain, like, not following along with all of the time things, because I keep thinking Valhalla Caius, 500-year Caius, and it's not, it's 700-year Caius.
It is 700-year Caius.
Yeah.
Or 1700.
Yeah. 700 at AF Caius. The thing is, you say 700 AF Caius, you just think 700 as fuck Caius.
Yeah, he is 1700 AF as fuck.
700 times done as fuck Caius.
Minimum.
Okay, Zenobia, you're done.
You will.
Oh, fucking live actions.
Ah.
I've got it.
Is this foreshadowing?
You'll lie.
I saw death. If I were to live, it would bring contradiction to the timeline.
But why?
It's because of us. Just like Kaya said, we're causing a paradox to occur. Because of that, Yule has to... She has to...
Caius?
This realization we could have had. Exactly, thank you. But this is a realization we could have had in 10 AF.
You'll hold on, please.
No, I am not the you you once knew. But thank you.
F.
For the love of Etro, don't.
No love for Etro. intro
mean-
doesn't get you anywhere.
Hmm.
It's really nice how they managed to show how different his reaction is to her death in comparison to his Yule. Like when he first doesn't understand what's going on, but now that he knows that they're different Yules, yeah, he's sad and he's upset that she's died, but it's so different from
Yeah, now he shakes it off.
yeah. And like the way he speaks
The
to her and the
guilt
way he
should
looks
hit
at her.
harder, though. The guilt should hit harder that they are causing her to die younger.
It's getting there though. The way that Sarah reacted, they're finally starting to realise the consequences of their actions.
The gate
Your microphone is dying.
is up there, Kubo.
Yeah, my headset is very low battery and I still haven't managed to find the cable. I do have a different microphone, but I don't plug it in because I have no idea what sort of thing it'll do.
Okay.
Get the fuck out of this fucking place. With fucking fake ass Caius and his fucking fake ass theme. Which is a banger, but
It's fake!
But even so,
the wrong choir. Took me a decade, but it's the wrong choir.
It's the law of the Farseers. Seers must not change history to save themselves. Because if they do, they can doom thousands of others to a worse fate instead. How about it? Ready for the truth?
the law of the Farseers. It's a terrible thing to live by. Because to obey it means someone has to sacrifice themselves. Lightning, tell me, is there no way for us to save everybody? Noel and I are traveling through these gates because we believe we can change our fate. But even as we do, I can't forget what Yule said. She said Caius isn't in this city. But if that's true, who was it that we met here?
Oh. Who was that? Oh.
Fucking tower.
Gotta love towers.
Augusta Tower is the central information processing facility of the Academy. The entire edifice is occupied by the machinery of an artificial intelligence that possesses unprecedented processing power. It also houses the Proto-Fal'C project.
A man-made Fal'C! Who could possibly come up with that fucking idea?
To be fair, it was Alyssa's idea.
No human survives to remember it.
The question should be more like, who, why Hope did actually agreed to the plan?
Who authorized this? Which year were we in Augusta Tower last time?
300, yeah. This is 100 years before.
Yule wanted us to come here.
Hmm.
The gates link places and eras that are connected somehow. Do you remember the forbidden history? The one Caius was talking about?
Fake Caius.
I bet we'll find some clues here.
200 years ago, you learned the forbidden history, and were entombed in that tower as a consequence.
Could this be the tower?
I mean, it's called Augusta Tower, so...
Need to find out exactly
And you've been there before.
Time to gather some info. And there's a terminal right here.
effect detected. Emergency lockdown in progress.
Let me guess.
But wait, so 300 AF is when the fal'Cie
Let's check the computer.
recognized them and like went, okay, these are targets.
Paradox effect
But in
detected.
200 AF,
Emergency lockdown in progress.
does it have foresight? Does Hope's creation have foresight?
No, it's located in a place that Noel describes as a crossroads between eras. So it's like a mini era Historia Crux, which is why.
Did Hope create his own Historia Crux? What does this boy not create?
Thank you for accessing the Academy.
So he didn't just create a fal'Cie, he created a fucking pocket in time.
I mean, that's what the time capsule is.
I'm so tired of you, Hope. I love you, but
Under the direction of the Academy. The objective was to develop an artificial fal'Cie in order to re-levitate Cocoon. The project was proposed and designed by Alyssa Zidell and directed by Hope Estime.
Do you realize what this means? The Academia fal'Cie must have been built by Hope.
He needed the power to float Cocoon.
Vanille and Fang. He did it all for them.
But then Caius took control of the artificial fal'Cie.
stop blaming Caius.
Find out why.
There are so many things to blame him for in later, but not yet.
Outer perimeter now accessible.
We're free to leave the room now, right?
And the fucking duplicates, they are spooky.
Yeah, Noel and Sarah mentioned.
Sick. Is that the first number we heard? 6?
Can I ask you a stupid question? Is it just me, or can you see all these people around us as well?
Yeah, I can see them. Why did you think I couldn't?
It's just that they have no presence. Like they're not alive.
I know what you mean. I was thinking the same thing.
No, not this way. I assume. This is the room with the gate.
6.
It's just 1-6. I just went through.
Wait, so it's not the same. Or it's the same.
Welcome to the Academy DataNet.
Thanks.
Excuse? Give me a moment.
Wait, we should walk around a little more and get some more numbers, because otherwise we have to fight the protocols, or the thing, you know, we have to fight the thing. So we need more numbers. Then again, you're over leveled as fuck. Maybe you can pull it off.
Nah.
Isn't? Are you cheating?
Yes. Okay, it's yeah, it's the one in the bottom. Ha! Screw you,
cheater.
The Academy DataNet.
Was that us? From before? This machine can show different eras.
He might have been watching us from here the whole time.
Do you mean Caius?
If that's
Not
who he
Caius.
was. The Caius we met in academia seemed different to me. I don't think he was the real Caius.
How could you tell?
Thank you.
We used to spend a lot of time together. We were both guardians.
No, you were not a guardian. You wanted to be a guardian, but you weren't. You really, really wanted to be, though.
Anyway, he took off. Left me and Yule on our own.
He told you explicitly several times that there could only be one guardian, and if you wanted to be a guardian, you had to kill
Not by myself.
Caius.
Then
And Noel just refused to kill Caius.
I went
And now he calls himself a guardian. Excuse you.
You met them there, didn't you? My sister and Caius.
I don't know why I keep running into him wherever I go. But I do know he wouldn't sacrifice the Cirrus. It's not in him. There's no way he'd allow Yule to come to harm.
Well, we've got to find him. Yule brought us here, and we have to help.
Yeah. Not again. It's so frustrating.
What's wrong?
I'm missing some of my memories. I'm trying to think about what happened after Caius left us, but I can't remember how Yule died. But I remember her face. I remember it like it was yesterday.
You saw her 5 minutes ago. They looked the same.
All areas now accessible.
Oh. A map. Okay. Excuse me? You said all areas accessible?
One leads to a fucking abyss.
Ah.
Also, Caius walks with way more swag.
But is he the real Caius?
Like, even in fights, he walks with like this swag. It's... He's got style. He wouldn't just walk.
A liposcope. Okay.
That's my mom.
Okay.
There he is. Now we grab him and find out if he's the real deal.
That is not.
We have to be careful. This could be a trap.
There must be some way we can get across this. If Caius did it, so can we.
Why don't we just try the switch?
Aha. It's good that I don't have to worry about monsters at this floor.
Yeah, that's really relaxing actually. Just being able to walk.
The circuits are tangled with another age, Koopa.
It's being jammed by a paradox.
Jesus Christ, that's a string of words nonsense.
The key from another time.
Cool.
Wow.
Just a sec. If a key from another time is all we need, don't we already have one?
Oh, hey, you're right. There is that access key we picked up. Couldn't hurt to try it.
And now I don't have to go in the middle of anything to break the immersion.
That's more like it.
We can explore the other floors.
The other floors are party.
Hey, that girl. Isn't that Alyssa? What's she doing in this time period?
Well,
She does look like Alyssa.
Just got a little assassinated,
for sure.
as one does. If you're too close to hope.
Nice to to meet you. Nice to meet you. She doesn't know who we are. I guess she's not Alyssa after all. Alyssa?
We used to know a girl who looked like you. But that was a long time ago now.
My apologies. I must recalibrate my previous greeting. It appears that you are acquainted with the original.
Original?
I am a duplicate
So
of the
fucking
Alyssa
creepy.
Seidel entity. My design is based on her biophysical data.
Bye.
She's a machine. A fabricated life form. Or a living machine. The semantics are irrelevant.
Well,
There are no nice things in this tower.
People who work here the same as you, Alyssa?
She's not that much creepier than normal Alyssa, to be fair.
Everyone is a duplicate. An artificial life form.
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Yeah. I've been trying to get my other mic to work and it's not working, so you are stuck with headset which is dying, which I will need to remember to put onto charge. Although I think the other mic does work, it just works at about 1% of the volume.
Alyssa, you haven't had any other visitors recently, have you? Like someone called Caius,
Are we
for example.
still on the Caius
The
train?
Caius entity came through recently, accompanied by a green-eyed girl. They were proceeding to the top of the tower.
Yule as well? Why is she here?
Well, I mean, technically answer X is correct. If you yeet the muggle enough.
Like, whatever we pick, we're going to get some nonsense. I mean, that's incorrect.
Which one do you
Been
want?
jammed by a paradox because it's tight. Can't get over a certain string of words.
To protect time is obviously the rocket scientist answer, but it's probably going to trigger Cess.
Okay, I'm going to trigger you.
Is she trying to protect time? To protect history? Do you remember? That's what Caius said to us that time we met him in Erba.
Yeah, well, if that's why Yule is here, we're in big trouble.
Yeah, show us the
Caius said he
checkers.
entombs us in this tower and seals the forbidden history, right? What if that's the true timeline, and Yule is here to make it happen?
She's already seen what is going to happen to us here.
Right. Caius said we were distorting history, throwing the timeline into confusion. If he's right...
I mean, it wasn't
we need to be
Caius,
stopped.
but he ain't wrong.
Hmm.
If anyone knows the secrets of this tower, it'll be Caius. If it means resolving the paradox, we have to talk to him.
We make the first move. Sounds good to me. Let's get our future back.
Alyssa, will you take us to the top floor? Of course. This way. If a person is created artificially, do they still have a spirit?
They say spirit is a gift from the goddess, given to humans and humans only.
Oh, and remember, guys, we are in 200
We're
AF,
studying
which
contradictions.
means that we are
Freedom to
meeting
make
the
mistakes
same
and a will to start
Yule as the one from Oathbrand.
We owe all that to our spirit?
So the legends tell us.
See, at least in 13-2 they try to differentiate between soul and spirit.
Oh, they try.
If only they had kept that same care and attention.
Hmm.
What's happening?
Is this a paradox?
Go see what's happening.
Everything's a fucking pad.
It's murder time. Betrayed by the machines.
It is funny how it's resolved, though. I mean, it is the last option most of us picked. At least for me, the first time it was the last option. I thought it was another nonsense Sarah response.
It shows how important hope is. People oddly not realize how relevant hope is in 13-2.
He's everywhere, but not his theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's not a playable character, which, you know, disgraceful. People do dismiss him quite a bit. And it's like, nah, he's like literally centered to the plot. Far more centered to the plot than some of the other characters, including Lightning.
Lightning is second. I mean, they are both like the guardians of the physical and the unseen realm. But
yeah.
The game
in Sarah and Noel's plot, she's more of a catalyst than an active player.
And hope affects everything. Like the tower and academia, even when he's not around, like his creations are around and his influence is everywhere.
Yeah.
This is why he shouldn't be left alone.
Remember in New Bottom 700 AF that he left. I mean, New Bottom 700 AF is basically a stage for Lightning to appear and have the talk with Sarah and Noel, but but you still find the capsule with Hope's message for Sarah, with that one that he says, "Greetings, Sarah, in the future."
His influence is everywhere.
Yeah.
A broken Fal'Cie was created by a broken artificial intelligence. Humans were betrayed, and then they were wiped out.
And the duplicates were mechanical puppets that were built to hide.
Also, Square Enix taking a stand against AI art.
Yep. Can't be trusted.
I mean, I use AI for certain works, but it's so you know that this thing that it can do if you merge your work with the AI. I use it for.
I mean, yeah, it's obviously a different thing when you feed it like your own stuff, and it doesn't. Yeah.
My issue with AI is that it scrapes data without people's permission and learns from it and steals a lot of data, and that's my issue with AI. Plus, also the fact that it gets called AI and it's not actually intelligent in any sort of way. It's an average learning machine. Yeah, it's never going to create.
It stopped moving.
It's never going to create something real. It's always going to be an average of what it's learned.
I basically feed it my sketches and especially for when it's about landscapes and backgrounds and stuff, because I absolutely suck at drawing landscapes and stuff. My main field is character design, not
Do you remember what Kaya said?
Landscapes.
In his memory, the next thing that happens is
it's an area where proper legislation and proper copyright protections and things like that needs to be applied, and it hasn't been, and it makes it a area that's open to abuse.
Yeah, I compare
Which is
it with a
actually
knife.
great.
I compare AI with a knife, meaning
Yeah.
when you the knife by itself is it's a tool, right? But the
Yeah.
illegal thing is when you take the knife and you stab someone. If you're using the
Yep.
knife to make your daily cooking responsibly, then there's no problem with it. But if you go illegal with it, then it's your fault, not the knife's fault.
This is more than just an elevator.
No. The only issue is when the knife has been sharpened on the bones of people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what's happening at the moment with AI, is where there's no legislation as to how these machines learn. So a lot of the data is being fed without people's permission. That's my main issue. Obviously, any tool is a tool. That's where I think there needs to be a bit more care and attention into how the tool is not only used but created in the first place.
And also a little bit of focus on like an AI. It's not artificial. It's still someone created it. Someone wrote that code. It's not like an entity that appeared and now works on its own. No, someone created it, and someone is utilizing it in ways that are unethical. And
if you're
humans, it's humans that are doing the bad thing, not the AI.
And if you've tried ChatGPT, whatever. Which I have for some translations and stuff. If you try to argue about certain, about I mentioned some. I think I mentioned sometimes that I hate ideologies. You can clearly say. You can clearly see that the AI is influenced by the major ideology movements that there's in the internet.
Yeah, because it will always be an average of whatever it reads. It's never going to come up with ideas of its own. It's always going to try and pick the best response from an average, because that's all it is. It's a learning machine. It's not a thinking machine. So yeah, it's always going to be. You're never going to get anything new out of it.
People who created it, people. Like Meowth said, there are certain ideologies and certain words that aren't even allowed to be said on a lot of sites anymore because it's getting filtered out due to ideologies.
I really hate that. I shouldn't be impaired to talk the way I want. I'm supposed to have freedom of speech, and if people is offended by someone I wrote, then maybe they just scroll down and ignore me, not call me out because I use my right to free speech.
I think, I mean, right to free speech is to be allowed to express your opinion without being like incarcerated for it. Every platform does have the right to adjust and filter what it wants to. But that's the scary part, that the thing that these platforms are choosing to, especially personally, I'm mostly scared about the Puritan culture and the censorship culture. That's what spooks me out the most, that there are certain words that you can't even say out loud on, I don't know, I don't even touch
the prevalence of the prevalency of unalive is concerning.
We are supposed to talk more about mental health. We are supposed to be mental health awareness, but we are not allowed to use the words that describe it. Like, come on, what?
I don't deal well with censorship in any form, because they would argue we're censoring this because it's too much. Yeah, there will be always some stupid jerk in the internet writing crazy stuff. The world's full of idiots, but because of some idiots, they're going. They're.
Yeah, I should be allowed to talk about my mental health and disabilities in a neutral way without it being like, without me having to
but
mind
people
my
go
words about my own experiences and my own daily life because it's not family friendly.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, freedom of speech is a good thing, but I mean, obviously, freedom of speech does not mean that you're freedom from critique. So you can say what you like. It doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to get that you're not free from criticism for whatever you say. But the worst thing about censorship, yeah. But the worst thing about censorship on such a blank level is that not only are you blocking the bad things, you are blocking the good things. And you shouldn't be shutting down good conversations for the sake of shutting down bad conversations, especially when those good conversations could be incredibly helpful to some people. And especially when those bad conversations are based on certain opinions and certain ideologies. So yeah, it's obviously a very nuanced subject, but
and it's also one of those weird
in place
things.
is not nuanced.
Yeah, that a lot of this does come from American values because most of the sites we're on are like American. We are outsiders, but we do use these American things, and we are very much affected by American things. But when American values are like thrown upon you, when you're like, it's a land over the sea, you have your culture, I have mine, why can't I speak about my stuff anymore?
Sel, do you want to read?
Okey-doke. Classified information. In the decade following the commencement of the Proto-FAL-C project, a conflict arose in the Academy between the AI construct and its human creators. The construct insisted that the Proto-FAL-C be imbued with the full powers of a FAL-C, but the scientists countered with the argument that their more dangerous combat functions were unnecessary. With no compromise forthcoming, the project faced termination. In 13AF, the project director, Hope Estime, was assassinated and the debate died with him. The Proto-FAL-C was eventually created with the fully functional ability to change humans into l'Cie or Seath.
Welp.
The old cocoon fell
Why didn't they even design it to that point?
Then the proto-FAL-C
Hope.
was created in its place to make cocoon float again.
Hope.
Do you
Like,
realize that
being turned into a l'Cie was terrible. What a shame it would be if I created a god that could create l'Cie.
Do you realize that we are listening to Eclipse?
That's when everything went wrong.
I have no sound.
Oh, we are. So it's a bit of an echo of Hope, almost. It's the closest thing we get.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, as we start, I mean, I usually try to stay away from. Well, the fact is, I actually stay away from discussions about this censorship, cancel culture, because I don't want dramas in my life.
Sometimes you just gotta protect your own like mental health and energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's okay to just back away.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons.
And let's be real.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons I put a special emphasis in the server rules that anyone's opinion has to be respected. You can criticize it, but always from a respect point of view, because I didn't want the server to become an echo chamber.
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you're not actively doing any harm to anyone, then
Okay, it's return time.
Take that!
But really, I don't really understand many things that apparently are trend now. And no one questions it, and if you question some things, then you're labeled the usual tags, you know? The racist, the bigot, the whatever.
yeah, people. It's like I believe that you shouldn't cause harm to other people, and that includes with your words. So that's the only sort of like thing I believe with when it comes to people's opinions, is that your opinions should not harm other people, or
And
not be
with
aimed to harm other
like,
people.
Yeah.
Proper
and there's a
harm, not fake harm.
difference between
Real
like,
harm.
and surface level upset.
Imagined
people.
harm.
Like there's a
Yeah.
big difference.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a difference between like hate speech and a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
That's like literally my only emphasis when it comes to like the things you say and censorship and things like that. But what you can't do is inflict your own ideologies and opinions on other people when they would cause harm to that person, or it's
Agreed.
it's a nuanced situation.
Yeah, I'm on the same level as you.
I mean, I'm of the opinion that even hate speech should be
This is great. The artificial intelligence
I mean,
that killed Hope and
allowed
his
between
team now
quotes,
seems
because
hell-bent
it's
on
part of
killing
freedom
us.
of speech. Of course, those who hear it should be on the side of considering them a bunch
No, I
of
don't.
jerks, which
Someone else is
again
pulling
is
the
freedom of
strings.
speech and freedom of opinion. So, yeah.
That's where the you're not protected from criticism bit comes in. So yeah.
So,
Don't piss me off with it has to be me.
So does that mean you want? Why don't you think it's Caius?
It's not Caius. It was the wrong theme.
then we talk. Then we ask Noel about the AI.
Yeah, it's go for the
Noel-
rocket scientist answer.
And Noel sure has a good answer to that.
Artificial intelligence itself. What if something that humans created found a mind of its own?
So you're saying a machine learned to think for itself? Huh. Then it wouldn't need anyone at the controls, would it?
We should search for the AI mainframe. Maybe we'll find out what's really going on.
Boy from the hunter-gatherer side society in the end of, he's like, yeah, we should. He understands AI and he should stretch. Yeah, okay, sure.
We're almost at the top floor. I bet that's where Caius is.
Better
get our hands on an access key then.
Fucking towers.
Okay.
Nice.
Eat.
Go that way.
Eat. The checkers are driving me mad.
Yeah, especially bad now they're black and white.
That's never a good sign.
Because, like, they're no longer hidden behind the illusion of them being red, like they were previously. Now they are a certain color of a certain entity.
Hope and Bunivelse began their game of chess a long time ago.
What else is sleeping right now? He doesn't have any idea of things, but...
Hope is setting up the board.
Yeah.
I mean, that is one of
Quite
the
literally.
most interesting things in Lightning Returns. How you think Hope is a pawn, but he's actually a player. They are the two. Bunivelse and Hope are two players
But Bunivelse is also
at a game
piece.
of chess.
Oh.
Two kings fighting over the same queen.
Okay.
Right, this is where you grind for orbs.
Yeah, I should find more farming in the Archilta step. Oh, fuck. Can you just give me a moment to walk? Ah, damn things. Okay, so... Oh. Hey, Mog. Meh.
Awesome.
I was thinking about how you sound off the stream delay is that you don't hear go when you're like trying to eat them as well.
When you accidentally throw him into the abyss. That's
That's the true yeet.
And then the monster shows up and like Koopa is who the fuck knows where. Fuck, we forgot to promote, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Oh.
My mistake.
Oh, dear. I can't be blamed, I left my brain behind.
I got this.
At least these things die fast. God.
Still annoying.
That's because in the OG game we're fighting them really early on.
Yeah, they on Cocoon.
Yeah, this is like early, like chapter 3.
Let's see.
This is such an annoying place.
Like every
Better than
every Final Fantasy tower is. I was throwing
Yes.
the Moogle. Fuck.
you have flambulances too. Burn them.
Now they're starting to.
Heal each other.
It's also nice about not having sound. You don't have to hear the woo.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, pros, no flambulance. Cons, no Moogle.
Help.
Rip.
Mog! Come back!
Throw him into the fucking abyss.
Mog! Please! Thank you. I'm going to try not to drop you.
There you go.
Thank you.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah. Leave me be.
You got this. You got it.
I hate annoying puzzles that go rotating.
Imagine you go to work and they're like, this is your office. And you're like, oh great, how do I get to the bathroom? And they're like, well, first of all, you have to turn your office this way. Then you need to go into the next office over. Then you need to turn that one.
And if you don't understand, you're a pleb. You don't deserve to be in the academy.
That was Hope's idea all along. Just eliminate
Trying to keep the coffee
all the
machine for
idiots.
yourself.
What? Do you think this is
Yeah.
hard? Get out of my academy.
If you can't find the coffee machine, you're not welcome.
I mean, it would be a
Hope so. Yeah,
a
every
good
office
system
is
for
probably.
getting the very best.
If Hope made this, there would be a coffee machine in every office.
And he would try, and he would get a cup from every single one in his way to the office.
So when he passes by, he just exchanges one
Refills
cup
cup.
for another.
Refill? I put my coffee cup down last night and I spent 20 minutes looking for it. when one of my colleagues found it, I was like, "You are literally my hero."
In fact, in the quiz thing in academia, I think it's mentioned that one of the favorite snacks from the academy staff is
Coffee?
pretty large. No, it's a pretty large. It's pretty rich in caffeine.
Too easy.
And I'm like imagining Hope stacking away loads of that snack. Like, this is what I'm going to eat.
I'm looking up the brain quiz answers again because they are amazing.
Yeah, you learn so much unexpected lore from that fucking quiz.
Gil, fine. Fuck you. I tried to flee. I swear.
Those
I tried to.
fuckers, they are fast. The most important thing you learn from that quiz is that everyone's a Hope fangirl. And that's like gender neutral. Everyone's a Hope fangirl.
And they're all high.
You can't do science if you're not high.
STEM is the new recreational drug of choice amongst the young and is quickly becoming a social issue. The ingredient can be easily found in the Sundeath waterscape. What is it? Dried habanero leaves. They're all high.
Is that it?
Can imagine it like the Protocol C being result of a lot of scientists being both like their sole consumption is coffee, caffeinated snacks, and weed. Like that's where you get this.
See, this is what happens when Hope goes to sleep.
Do you want to read, Sal?
Okay, sorry. Academy Datanet file. This information is accurate as of the year 208F. The highest floor of Augusta Tower is the site of a gate that behaves differently from a standard time portal, instead leading to a virtual space within the AI mainframe. To activate this special gate, one must climb to the top floor of the tower and directly access the AI's core.
This is the last key. Next stop, the very top floor.
And that's where Caius is waiting for us. Someone who looks and talks a lot like Caius, at least.
You might be up there with him, Coop.
You might be right.
Run. Okay, so
What's the energy drink made from Giselle greens? There's a literal energy drink made from Giselle greens in the academy called Cactor.
Okay, so we added another thing on their daily suppliance list.
Oh no, it's called Quest. Sorry, I read the wrong answer. It's called Quest.
Naturally.
Do they still have the sheep drink?
There is something about sheep.
They totally did that because some medic at some point said you need to drink at least 2 liters a day, and it can't just be coffee. And someone like, gotcha.
Of course,
It's funny because it's often like nurses like me who say that you need to drink 2 liters at least a day, and it can't just be coffee. I say, and then I hang up the phone and go to the coffee machine.
What
Do
the
what
fuck
I
is this
say,
answer?
not what I do.
Very much
This
so.
this quiz one. There's a quiz one here that's what is the relationship between the two runners who placed first in the 106th Eden Marathon thanks to their unbreakable bonds? And the answer is rivals. Like, my dudes, that is the plot of every shonen anime ever. They're not rivals.
And they were rivals.
Yeah. And there was only one prize.
Okay. What's a behemoth doing in the tower? That's a good
Just
question.
dropping it from the ceiling.
For Alyssa, for academia.
I mean, it's fine, but what's doing here? Yeah. Heal thyself. Not that it's going to help you much. I can defeat you with 3 commandos.
This soundtrack is from 13. Sweet.
This must be the heart of the system. I know it's a machine, but
Oh, of
Hey,
course.
Chocolina.
it feels like it's almost breathing.
If what Alyssa was telling us is true, Yule and Caius should be up here as well.
But are they with us or against us?
And look who's in front of a monitor. You.
Yule, are you on your own?
I brought you this.
Why? What should we do with it?
You must protect the timeline. I saw you in Erba. I trust you. I believe in you.
We're in the same time as when we met in Erba.
Brilliant.
So you're the same Yule.
Yes.
But who are you?
The Yule who collected flowers.
I am the Cirrus of the oldest tribe.
The
of
Yule
elves.
who loved to sing.
My visions of the future
Hundreds
are
of...
recorded
No,
and
I'm
stored
gonna...
in the Oracle Drive. But that is long in the past. There is no more need to record the prophecies. I have Caius now.
What do you mean?
He is tasked with protecting the Cirrus and remembering her visions. Now
Job
and
is
forever,
wonderful.
He will remember the entire timeline. Caius. He is beyond death.
What? You mean he can't die ever?
Kind of
The
his
Cirrus
thing.
possesses the eyes of Etro, and inside Caius beats the heart of chaos. The goddess has gifted him the curse of eternity.
Kurt.
He is a guardian.
She
and his
recognizes it's a
mission is
curse.
to protect the Cirrus. The power to see the future is a terrible weapon. It can turn history into chaos.
But then, I don't understand. Why are you helping us? I mean, you do know we're trying to change history, right?
History has already been
It's broken. Just like the game.
The timeline had been twisted before I met you. The distortion leads to a future of death.
Thank you,
and
Etro.
destruction. If you
Derogatory.
change the future, you can change the past and correct the distortions. The miracle that saved Cocoon has already been altered. Someone who is meant to survive did not
Come home. Thanks for the play. The wordplay.
You do, don't you? You're saying that lightning shouldn't have disappeared that day.
It was because the future was changed.
So if we keep traveling through the gates and resolve all the paradoxes that are happening...
Yeah.
If you change the future again, the true past will be restored. The past that you still remember, Sarah. The two of you can correct the timeline.
She's also an unreliable narrator.
You've been doing the right thing all along.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it would
Can
be
you tell us
true
something else?
if
Someone
Caius
has been laying
hadn't
traps for us inside
slipped
this
into
tower.
Valhalla.
Do you know who's behind it?
Your enemy. It is here inside the tower.
I guess you can see past the point of 700th.
The machine
I mean,
is
Yeah,
they,
everything
one of
that
them does.
happens, everything that happens in Valhalla
Machine. So the
is
Caius we met earlier in
outside
academia, he was...
time and space, so it makes sense that she wouldn't be able to see it.
And what about the other Caius?
I
But
can't
one of
believe
them does see
I
the new
can't
world.
believe I uttered that string of words.
He brought me here. And when we are finished, he will take
Like,
me away.
the final Yule does see the new world, because she talks about how they'll be reunited and they'll be smiling and laughing.
Yes, go.
And obviously at one point one of the Yules is predicted
See a new future.
the final fight against Elsa.
That's true.
That's
So
true.
she's lying?
Maybe at this point she hasn't had a vision about this.
Because
Yule,
things
I mean.
things will not be restored. That's
This is the future.
yeah,
Okay.
that's more like it. That I can. But things will not be restored.
I mean,
And
just
this
because they
goes-
see a vision, it doesn't necessarily mean they know what the vision means or how they're going to get there. So she might think that restoring the timelines means that she will see the vision that she sees of everyone happy and smiling. But
This is
doesn't
the
necessarily
Caius.
mean-
This is my Caius. Look, he's crying and everything. I love him so much.
Be carved in my heart, together with the memories of every other Yule. Cursed to
How can
die
anyone
before
believe that the other Caius is this Caius? Like, even now he has swagger when he walks. And he's carrying a dead-ass girl.
I'm worried about Yule.
Yeah. But if we're going to fight, we can't afford to have doubts. She's hoping for a better future and believes we can make it. Look, the fake Caius was sent out from this place.
But where's the enemy that
Fake
you warned
Caius.
us about?
Proto-Fal'Cie. So this is what Yule meant by sentient machine.
This thing has been behind everything. It's the one who turned the people into Seath, and it's the one who's been trying to kill us in the tower.
Okay, Adam. Time to throw hands.
And then let's pick the right option. God, you're over-leveled.
The fact that this thing's name is Adam is just not subtle.
No, it also makes me go, hope. The god red flags. Don't create. Hope. Sarah is right to gelatin.
I don't understand. How did the future Proto-Fal'Cie end up here?
This place must be like the void beyond. A crossroads where the future and past intersect.
And that would enable time travel. No, do you realize what this means? The Proto-Fal'Cie could have used this place to travel through time and infiltrate the artificial intelligence. Then it could have manipulated the AI to kill all the humans in the tower and build the Fal'Cie of Academia's future.
You're saying the Proto-Fal'Cie took control of the AI and ordered it to build the Proto-Fal'Cie. It's a closed loop.
Game is broken.
Chicken and egg paradox.
Right. A paradox is exactly what it is. The Proto-Fal'Cie was trying to protect the distortion that gave birth to it.
So fucking broken.
That it was part of the paradox.
They're basically talking about Lisa there.
If the Proto-Fal'Cie can manipulate the past, that means...
It could travel back in time and rebuild itself.
Yeah, it's kinda annoying like that.
You cannot defeat the Proto-Fal'Cie, Kupo!
Who put re-raise on the fucking god machine?
Burn the fucking tower to the ground. And then yell at Hope. Should have known from the start that yelling at Hope was the correct answer. Because, like, that's what you are doing when you are playing against Adam. You are at least internally yelling at Hope.
Okay. Oh, you have Ringa? Rude.
It is an exceptionally rude machine. Can't even fly.
Surprising, because Hope's such a polite boy.
Delightful.
That's an interesting attack. I actually, when I was fighting with in my other playthrough, and I was like, why is this attack called Gate of Babylon? And I look at it up. What's the myth about the Gate of Babylon? Which is it's a monument that exists in real life. And
Yeah.
It turns out that this monument, this gate, is engraved with 3 gods of Mesopotamic culture that are related to storms. And I was like,
cool.
Especially, the Gate of Babylon is especially dedicated to Ishtar.
it's one of the wonders, isn't it? Gates.
I think.
Gates of Babylon.
And it's mainly dedicated to the goddess Ishtar, which was the goddess of war and love. Okay.
No way!
Please tell me that's... Yell at Hope! We are yelling at Hope!
Mog!
We gotta stop it.
No!
Sarah, now!
Yeah, it's time for Sarah and Hope to get into that big argument we were talking about.
Okay, my turn. See how you like this. Time for you to go away for good.
Okay.
We are so fucking yelling at Hope.
Thanks to Mog, huh?
You guys play her out, Kupo.
You saved
Yeah,
the day.
thank you. You did great.
This is Hope's fault. He was the one who started building these things. Proto-Fal'C and AI both.
No one moved.
Will you listen to me?
Everyone is yelling at Hope.
Scapegoats. These fights are really starting to wear me down.
I don't blame you.
It's not gonna do us any good whining about the mistakes of the past. If we don't stop this thing from regenerating, we're never gonna get out of here.
Please give us the option. Thank you. Scream at Hope!
Yeah.
The machine is manipulating the past. But then, there's no reason we can't either. Please, I hope you're watching this.
No.
Hope, can you hear me? I've got a bone to pick with you. These machines you built
Sarah!
are driving me nuts.
That's not foreshadowing at all.
Sarah.
I didn't do anything. At least, I don't think I did.
Sarah, are you all right? Can you hear me?
Panic.
Vision alert, vision warning.
Oh, what a relief.
You worry too much, Noel.
I mean, he's right to worry.
Yes.
Noel isn't himself these days. I wonder if it's because he can't remember the future. It's understandable.
Girl, have you even known him for multiple days at this time?
Something that's important to them.
Also, he's slowly watching you kind of die from the same ailment as the girl he loved, you know?
Mhm.
You know something? When you get mad, you sure do remind me of your sister.
Careful. She might be watching, you know. If we are returning to the future.
I'm sure of it.
Can't be much worse, honestly.
I'm going to check the inventory because this artifact, the artifact of rebirth, isn't very subtle about the description.
Mm.
Also, rebirth like Phoenix.
Yeah, how interesting that you find an artifact bringer with hope at the top of Hope's tower.
Do you want to? You guys want to say hi to Hope?
I think my mic is about to die.
And so is my brain. We've been at it for 3 hours.
Okay, so we leave it for next stream.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's best.
Okay. Then this is the end for today. We did a lot of things actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So
We even had a SS music rant.
and some real life run too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when do you guys can stream again?
I'm actually off work from Saturday, so I am free the entirety of next week except for Wednesday and Friday.
I could do Monday, I think.
Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good for Monday.
And you, Sel?
Yeah, I'm good for Monday.
Okay. Then let me check. Monday.
Monday the 7th.
Monday the 7th. Okay. Then let's do Monday. Monday the 7th.
Okay.
Would be the next time we go at it. So yeah. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoy it. Those who watch live and those who will watch the VOD. And well, see you on Monday the 7th. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.